In our laboratory, we have specialist chambers where we perform a number of circuit integrity tests, including BS 6387 Category C. We use these to assess the fire resistance of fire alarm and emergency lighting cables. Careful calibration and setup by our expert fire test engineers is essential to ensure the accuracy and consistency of the results. We conduct the first one on a market-sourced fire-resistant cable. After just seconds, the flames are already quite intense. And in less than a minute, the lights are off, indicating that the circuit has failed. The same test is now carried out on the Prysmian FP200 Gold. The full test runs for 3 hours at 950 degrees C. An hour into the test and the circuit is still intact, with minimal flames on the cable. We're now 2 hours into the test and there's virtually no change in the condition of the cable and the circuit is still intact. After 3 hours, we can see that the circuit's not been broken and the cable is still fully operational. Now we move on to a tougher circuit integrity test, BS EN 50200 Annex E. This 3-in-1 test includes fire, shock and water on the same sample at the same time. The first cable we put through this test is the same market-sourced fire-resistant cable. The test is scheduled for 30 minutes. Initially, the cable is exposed to fire. Again, the flames have taken hold very quickly. The smoke is already quite dense. The cable has already failed before the first scheduled impact at 5 minutes and well before the addition of water at 15 minutes. The test is now repeated on the Prysmian FP200 Gold. After 5 minutes, this cable has already outlasted the market-sourced cable. The FP200 Gold is a 2-core and earth cable, and the 3 lights indicate that all 3 are still functioning correctly. The impact element is now introduced. As per the test specifications, the impact is administered to the backboard. The impact is repeated every 5 minutes. We can see that the circuit is still functioning correctly. After 15 minutes of burning, the water spray is introduced. The impacts continue throughout. After the full 30-minute test, the cable is still performing its task and the circuit is intact. When designing and installing cables for fire alarms or emergency lighting systems, it's essential that they are able to withstand flame, shock and water. And these tests prove that Prysmian is the right choice in the event of fire.